The warehouse module within Baselinker has its own automatic actions. You can create actions which will apply solely to the elements of storage. To add an automatic action to the warehouse, go to the Products tab and select Automatic Actions. Some of the settings will overlap with the settings you had in the standard Automatic Actions section of the order list. Here, we add automatic actions. In the next tab, we can add personal events. Let's add one of those by clicking on Add Personal Event. We'll call it Test. Personal event, much like an automatic action in the Orders tab, is made up of a button, value, and color. The difference is that this personal event will not be visible on the order card or within Packing or Collection Assistant. We can also add a keyboard shortcut to our event as well as a barcode. We click Save. We can also add a group of actions, which means we can divide our automatic actions into groups, which will make them easier to manage later. The last thing we have here is email templates, which we will use in automatic actions. And this is the difference, because we add general system email templates in the Order section, but email templates for warehouse automatic actions need to be added here. To add a new email template, we click on New Email Template. We can simply call it Test. Here we can insert any tags available in email templates and our own text. We choose the email account the message will be sent from, as well as what attachments we want to be added to the message. We can choose a file from our computer or a printout. Note that this will be one of the printouts available to you in the Products section of the Warehouse tab. We save our new template. Let's go back to the automatic actions and add a new automatic action. Events available to us in this section are what should happen once a product is created, when we modify its price, when we modify its stock level, or when stock levels fall below or go above a selected threshold. Remember, these last two options will work only if you set such a threshold within a product. Quantity threshold for a product is set in the product list within a product card under the Sales and Storage tab. In the Stock Quantity section, you can also set a stock threshold. So this is where you'd input these numbers. Then, of course, save your changes. Then we have information around reservations. What should happen when a product reservation is created, when a reservation order is completed, or when it's canceled? Next in Products, when a draft is created, if a product is edited in any way, removed from the warehouse, or modified. Or, alternatively, we can choose our own action. Let's choose product stock has decreased below threshold. We can add a condition to this event. Here we select the warehouse this event should apply to and click Add Condition. The conditions we have available to choose from are a choice of inventory, category, manufacturer, name, ID, SKU, or EAN. Let's choose product name. The name can contain a phrase or not contain a phrase, be equal to or differ from the inserted phrase, start with or end with a selected phrase. Moving further, we can set the product price, which can be equal, different than, lower, or greater than the inserted value. The same goes for the storage quantity. It can be equal, different than, lower, or greater than the value we select. Quantity and storage threshold. We can set this up here too. We can also insert reserved stock levels, which can be equal, different, lower, or greater. Reservation count, tax bracket, the location of the product. Is the product starred? What's its weight? Within what selected range? What's its height, width, or length? We can also decide what will the additional field look like. Here we have a few additional fields selected, and we can decide whether additional field B is selected or not. Does the additional field C have an uploaded file or not? Does field D have the from to value selected? Is it a draft? Is it a product linked to an external warehouse? If yes, then which warehouse is it linked to? What is the ID of the linked product or its variant? Is it a main product? Is there a number of variations there? What kind of variant is it? What's the main product ID? Is it a bundle? How many items are in a bundle? What is the ID of this bundle? Which employee profile completed the event, the action on the product? What hour is it? What day of the week? Of course, we're still talking about product stock has decreased below threshold. So we select these conditions for this specific action. In this example, the stock level decreased below threshold on a Friday. So what can we do then? We can modify this product by adding a star to it, adding a field to it, or changing a price. We can send an email, but it can only be an email made from a template we have already created. We can also send a printout. We can send a text or a Slack message. We can print a selected document. We're talking here only about documents available for warehouses. We can also call a URL.